It's no secret that Australia is a country with a brilliant healthcare system and is regarded as one of the safe havens in the world. In this video, we will look at the health and safety environment in Australia and what they offer to people thinking of immigrating to Australia, as well as those that already live in Australia. Hi, I'm Buki Adelaja. I'm the founder of Youenrol Education and the presenter of Youenrol's videos, and you're watching another episode on the Youenrol channel. On this channel, we provide you with all the information you need about studying, living and working in Australia without you having to pay costly consultant fees, no matter where you are in the world. Our mission is to make your life easier by being your go-to destination for up-to-date information about studying, living and working in Australia. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and also click the bell icon so that you don't miss out on our new videos. Talking about the Australian health system, it is well known for having some of the best medical facilities in the world, and you're likely to live longer in Australia. Add a low-risk, relaxed, safer environment, and you see it's no surprise that Aussies, especially Aussie men, live longer than any other nationality. New research just in has revealed that men living in Australia have the longest life expectancy. Ironically, in the country home to the world's most dangerous snakes, ridiculously venomous jellyfish, ferocious crocodiles, and the infamous great white sharks. It seems that even with these and some serious spiders, you are still expected to live longer down under than anywhere else on the blue planet, especially if you are a male. That is according to the new research from the Australian National University, ANU. According to the research, popular belief has it that Japan and the Nordic countries are doing really well in terms of health, well-being and longevity. But Australia is also right there. The results have a lot to do with a long-term stability and the fact that Australia has had a high standard of living for a really long time. Simple things like having enough to eat and not seeing a lot of major conflict play a part. According to the research, Australian men live on average to the ripe old age of 74, while Australian women ranked second in the world. The International Red Cross ranked Aussies ninth in terms of life expectancy, but added a few years saying that Aussies should expect to live well into their 80s. This is still quite brilliant if one considers that this beats life expectancy in all of the Nordic countries, which usually rank at the top of most ranking systems and comfortably also surpasses first world countries like the UK and the US. Going on to the safety environment in Australia, safety concerns continue to be one of the largest driving forces behind immigration. People who feel that their and their families' lives are under threat from political unrest, crime or even war have for many generations opted to leave their home country in search of a safe, calm and secure life. Australia has a long history of being a safe haven. A brilliantly governed first world country with law-abiding citizens, excellent employment and education levels has resulted in it being internationally known as a country offering a brilliant quality of life. What do the safety numbers say? Homicide. The Australian Institute of Criminology's latest report on national homicide trends for the years 2012 to 13 and 2014 shows the incident rate is the lowest on the record in the past 25 years. The country's homicide rate has decreased from 1.8 homicides per 100,000 people in 1990 to 1 per 100,000 people in 2014. The rate has been decreasing since 2005. The overall number of homicide incidents continues to decline. In the period between 2013 to 14, there were 487 homicide incidents. Australia's rate is much lower than the average global homicide rate of 6.2 per 100,000 people, as estimated by the UN's Global Study on Homicide report. Countries with high homicide rates in 2012 include Colombia, Mexico, and South Africa. Robberies. In 2018, Australia recorded the lowest number of burglaries since 2010. Experts put the drop down to a strong economy and a top-notch police and forensics department. What is the prison population profile? Statistics shows that in 2018, there were 221 prisoners per 100,000 of Australia's adult population. The 2018 stats broken down show that 22% of prisoners were serving sentences for acts intended to cause injury, in other words, common assaults. The next highest is illicit drug offenses at 16%. Australia is the 10th safest country in the world. Your biggest risk in Australia is probably getting sunburn. While one might expect to find tips like don't walk around with expensive cameras, cell phones and jewelry, the top tip on most travelers' sites for Australia is to wear a hat and sunblock. Australia's ranking for overall risk is low. Chances of being a victim of petty crime is also low. There is nearly no pickpocket risk in Australia, except for rare cases in Sydney and Melbourne. In fact, in Australia, you are very unlikely to get mugged or kidnapped. There are virtually no scammers in Australia. Public transport and taxis are generally very safe, and the country has not recently been targeted by terrorist attacks. Australia is a very safe country. It is ranked 10th out of 162 countries on the ranking of the safest and most dangerous countries. In the 2009 Best Countries report, only the Scandinavian countries as well as Netherlands, Switzerland and Luxembourg place ahead of Australia in the safety report. So there you have it, what you need to know about health and safety in Australia, especially as it applies to immigration. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, click the bell icon to find out when we release new videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.